Hello, today I'm going to talk about artificial intelligence, referencing the text Machine Learning by Adam Greenfield and the excerpt we had read. What is machine learning? Machine learning is a recent revelation, and although it was theorized in 1943, it has come to fruition in the last 10 years with great possibilities on the horizon. Computers have come a long way since their conception. At first, they were capable of binary calculations where the programmer, a human, had to give the computer instructions. We can now teach computers much closer to how a human would learn. They are able to learn independently from direct coding by being given certain rules, and with a human input guiding the computer on if it has completed the task well or not. It is then able to make much more complicated calculations, which would include nuances that traditional coding would have been too cumbersome to incorporate. This ultimately saves time compared to traditional coding and allows such a computer, known as a neural network, to become even more intelligent than humans, as it isn't limited by our coding. These computers, or artificial intelligences, as machine learning has come to be known, have more subjective decision making. This is where the true power of computers is shown. This has long interested me, and I often find myself in a rabbit hole about the future of human existence. In this presentation, I aim to explore the future of artificial intelligence and bring in my own opinion on the limits of its benefits and when or if they may turn destructive. A neural network. Adam talks about the benefits of this kind of machine learning and how stacking many of these neural networks can create a deep learning environment. The last sentence in the excerpt mentions, "It is how they now stand to acquire the capabilities we have previously thought of as in the exclusive province of the human." In recent years, the term artificial intelligence has become commonplace. Progress seems to be exponential, and they are becoming more akin to humans. The majority of households now have smart devices which you listen to, learn from your habits, listen to you, and then spit out information that's relevant. This kind of AI is also present in every modern smartphone. Speak of this kind of technology just 10 years ago and no one would have believed you. Think about the smart devices in your life. These products are being consumed at an extraordinary rate by individuals, and they are seen as a quick way to play music or order your shopping. But together, all connected to the internet across the globe, and thus collecting giant amounts of data, they become a giant neural network with many layers stacked upon one another. The network is able to contextualize and analyze this data at a lightning rate. The information this has access to amounts to super smart intelligence. This then gives another lens through which to view companies such as Google, Amazon, and Facebook. They amass huge customer bases, with Facebook having around 2 billion logins per day and Google at nearly 6 billion searches per day. Their retail social media outlets are now almost a facade to what is a real profit and incentive driver: data. Adam recognizes the impact these companies can have. Quote, "Every time Google tweaks its search algorithm, or Facebook the ones it uses to govern story placement, certain business propositions suddenly become viable and others immediately cease to be. More profoundly yet, certain perspectives on reality are reinforced and others undermined." End quote. Stating that these subtle changes can have effects that ripple through the entire society. The pessimistic viewpoint then would be the dystopian one, the end of human necessity and of our position as the top dogs in the food chain. However, a positive outcome can be conceived in which we can harness this new technology. However you view the future, the possibilities are nothing short of awe-inspiring. Jim Al-Khalil's documentary, The Joy of AI. With the inevitable progression in AI, I often ask myself, what does the cyborg future of humans look like? In Professor Jim Al-Khalil's documentary, The Joy of AI, he explores this exact question. He looks at how far AI has come already, and it is interesting to see this development in place in human lives already. Here in the UK, jobs such as checkout personnel have already gone the way of the dinosaur, with computers replacing them and doing it more efficiently. Jim explores driverless cars, in which AI are being taught to drive. Driverless cars are still in their earliest stages, but already they are competing with the skill of a human. They cannot drive race cars around circuits yet, but on a road they can compete at a speed unattainable by the human brain and detect objects in the road. for example, and stop the car with less reaction time than a human. The cars are also all linked together, which creates a neural network between them, thus allowing them to perform machine learning and start to solve issues with driving that humans have never even thought of. Within just a few decades, maybe even one, these cars could be replacing humans on the road. This is AI in place in just one sector. There are many other sectors currently being adapted with some form of machine learning to improve efficiency, safety, and costs, or just to improve human communication directly, like translating languages in real time with near perfect accuracy. What's next? Thinking about such ideas creates a plethora of excitement and anxieties. It is exciting to imagine a world in which language is no longer a barrier. The implications of this could be endless. Imagine a world in which similar barriers are removed from the inefficiencies of humans. The possibilities are endless, and there is no doubt that the revolution, which is sure to arrive soon, will be the biggest in the history of our race. The anxieties come when you ask, at what price will we have to pay? It is hard to analyze and say for certain, but the feeling I get reflects atoms in which we must tread carefully and view such companies as Google and Facebook with the most beady eye to make sure that the ripples they create in society do not become too large. The fact that such attention is being brought to the subject suggests to me that the issue is becoming more prevalent and the time for action is now. Thank you.